Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, welcome back to FTB Unstable. That's right, folks, we are back in our unstable world. We're doing some modded Minecraft, and last episode, you guys basically told me I was nuts because I started doing forestry, and I'm starting to see why. I didn't know much about forestry before I got started, and ooh, I tell you what, there's a lot of grinding in forestry. There's a lot of bee breeding that has to go on. I wanted to build an alveary. You can't build an alveary until late game because there's a bunch of stuff that you need, and oh my gosh, it's so much work. We are not going to give up on forestry, though. We're going to keep going at it, but I'm not going to bore you with the day-to-day grind type stuff. But I will show you something that I have done. You can kind of see it there off to the corner of the screen. I brought in my refined storage network. So I got myself a network receiver, I've got a wireless access point, I've got a crafter. So now I can go in here and I can access my my inventory from my wireless grid or from a crafting grid type terminal, so that we can actually do some stuff out here without having to use your conventional crafting stations and so forth. I have been letting bees do their thing. I got a couple of bee houses. Remember, I picked those up in the village, so they're working away. I'm getting some honeycombs out of those. I've got this one here, which is that one's. I haven't quite figured this out yet because these frames, I can't get these frames to auto transfer over to the apiary. So. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it doesn't do what I want it to do. And then these guys here, yep, they're busy making up their stuff. Now, I had Meadows bees in there, and yeah. So, yeah. Now, I'm having a little bit of trouble with the concept of getting these bees to crossbreed. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just take a princess of one type and I take a drone of another type and I stick them in an apiary together and I get what I get. Now, I haven't noticed anything different about any of the bees that I put in there. Is it just a small percentage chance that there's going to be that they're going to change, or what is it? If you guys can help me out with that, I would love to hear what you have to say. But we are going to go over here to the base today. I'm going to be doing a lot of that crossbreeding stuff off camera, and I'll just show you guys what I come up with. But there is something that I want to do in the ore processing realm once again, to get things kind of squared away over here in the base, and that is. You might remember a couple episodes ago we did something with all of our ores. We made it basically so that all of our ores got auto-exported to a sag mill alloy smelter setup, and that's working fine with the exception of the IC2 ores. I might have to do something specific for those. Not quite sure what yet, but yeah, those aren't working. But the other thing that we've got is our Tinker's Constructors. We've got our Ardite and our Cobalt. And the only way that you can process those and get anything out of them is if you use a smeltery. So today what we're going to do is we're going to build a couple of smelteries. But before we do that, this is important. This is truly important stuff. This is so important that we have to go out and stand in front of the Hall of Justice and do one of these. Congratulations to the Chicago Cubs for making it to the World Series! That's right, they made it to the World Series last night, folks. They defeated the Dodgers 5-0. I was absolutely bouncing in my chair. I was so excited. I've been waiting my whole life for this. First time in 71 years. 71 years since they've been to the World Series. And so it all starts Tuesday night. We're taking on the Cleveland Indians. First game, game one, will be in Cleveland. I am so over the moon for this. I ordered a t-shirt. You know which t-shirt I ordered? I ordered the I Ain't Afraid of No Goat t-shirt. Because as you know, the Cubs have the curse of the goat on them. And I don't like to even talk about it because, if there is any kind of truth to that superstition stuff, that we don't want to really bring it to bear, especially when game one is about ready to. Oh, I didn't even see this. That's broke too. That's quartz block. Dang it! I had a bed someplace, but it's not up here. Shoot. So yeah. Anyway, Cubs are in the World Series. I am absolutely ecstatic about that, and as you can tell, I'm very, very much excited. So anyway, back down here, note to self, quartz blocks. Back down here is where our ore processing is down on level 1. I think that's where we're going to put it also this time. But in order to get things that we need, we got to go to level 2. Because level 2, the old smeltery was in between levels 2 and 3. It's right here. Okay, and there's even some stuff in it. We got some molten gold, we got some molten ardite, we got some lava, which we're going to have to figure out a way to get lava into this thing. And what's all this? Oh, these are all my death infos. I had forgotten I had those. So what we got to do is we got to get in here and we got to get all of this stuff cleared out, right? We've got to get all this molten gold and all of this molten ardite out so that we can break this thing down and bring it down to level number 1. Now, we're not going to just have 1, we're going to have 3. The reason why we're going to have 3 is because I want to auto export all of the ardite into 1. I want to auto export all of the cobalt to another, and then I want to have a third one that I can use to mix my own alloys, right? And I've got a few ideas on that. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull it off, but I want to be able to stand there and say, okay, so if I want say Manulin, it will send a cobalt ingot and an ardite ingot to that other smeltery and smelt it down, and then it will auto pour and bring it back into my refined storage system. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that to work or not, but I'm going to go ahead and cut here, take this thing apart, and we'll come back. When we come back to each other, we'll be downstairs and we'll be ready to build these 3 back up. So we'll see you in a moment. So while we're on the subject of things that I've done, bam, check this out. So now I got a bunch of crafters down here. I did this a couple episodes ago. Well, I didn't actually do it in an episode. I did it after a couple episodes ago, in between episodes, and this is the first chance that I've actually had to actually show you what I've done. But so all of our auto crafting stuff is in here. We've got several that that we're not using anything in yet, but everything is all set up. It's all ready to go. The only thing I don't have auto craftable right at the moment, and we even put one of these in here, crafting monitor, so we can see what's crafting. The only thing I don't have auto craftable right now is the stuff that uses the solderers. So to make the advanced chips and the all of those chips from oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Refined storage. These things, the advanced processors, that's it, and the basic processors. I don't have that process taken care of yet, which is probably going to go right in here someplace. I'm not 100% sure yet. And then also down here, I put a little blue glass border around my crafting grid, which is pretty awesome. So yeah. Now, as far as where we're going to go with our smeltries, like I said, I think I want to put the auto crafting for the solderers here, and I need to get a better idea of how big that space needs to be, because that's going to determine how much I'm going to need for where I can start the setup for the smeltries. That's what I'm talking about. So I need to get I'm going to run upstairs and I'm going to check out the old space for the solderers, and then we'll come down here and we'll lay this out as far as where the smeltries are going to go. So hang tight for just a minute. I'm going to go check that out. If my calculations are correct, which they usually are, except for when they're not, it's 9 by 5, so it's 9 across, and then 5 deep. So I know that I've got crafters here, and I'll have cables. I have a cable in the back of the first one back there in the corner, so I need to have this space and this space, so I could conceivably start the room there. Conceivably. So let's go. So then that means we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this space right here will be the space that we'll use for the auto crafting. We won't I don't think I'm going to have everything, like I don't think I'm going to have a big room. I think I'm going to have just the solderers so that you can see them, and then everything else will kind of be hidden back behind there. But then that means that we need to skip this block here, probably skip this block here, maybe even skip a third block, and so the fourth block will be where we're going to want to put our first smeltery. Now, I'm not sure if you can do this. Can you have two controllers on a smeltery, or is that an invalid structure? That's the first thing that I want to check. Because if I can, I want to have a smeltery controller out here in the front that I can access if I want to bring something in here and just do something on my own. And I also want to have another one in the back where everything gets imported too, if that makes any sense. So a smeltery is, it's what, 3 by 3, plus you have an overhang on the outside, so it's what, 5 by 5? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and clear this space out. And I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to try to set up a smeltery that has more than one controller in it. I've never done that before. And then it's going to have to be, so let's see, we'll call this the casting basin area here. So this actual smeltery is going to start here, but this is still, yeah, that's fine. So let's go back 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, that was 4, and that's 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, right there. Get me back some things here, some blocks here. Put that back. Actually, I'm probably going to need that opened up anyway. All right, I'm going to clear this space out and start putting the smeltery together. I also have to craft up another smeltery controller, and then we'll be ready to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out, and I'll come back to you. All right, so here we go. We are. I've been trying to figure out the best way to do this and the best place for it, and I think I figured out what I want it to look like. So let's go ahead and start plopping some blocks in here. That one won't stay there, but I need that one to put in. Where did it go? This one. We have to put in a lava tank back here, right? So now I can get rid of this one. See, yeah. Sure, yeah, that ought to work. And then go ahead and get some of these, and we'll put that one there, and let's go ahead and put in the controller next, because remember I said I wanted to have a controller in the back. So let's put the controller in the back. That is the controller, right? Yep. Okay. Then I need to have another block and another block, and then this one can go away. And then I need to have another block here, and then I need to have a drain. So let's put the drain in, and then another block and another block. Get rid of this one. I'm only going to make this thing one deep, because I just need to find out if it's going to be a valid structure. Now this one here can't be a regular block. This one has to be a controller. So let's go ahead and see if we can make a controller. We should be able to do that right here. So smeltery controller, smeltery drain. Where is it? Old eyes are failing me. There it is. Smeltery. Nope. Wait a minute. That's not right. There it is. Smeltery controller. Do I have everything I need? No, I don't have anything that I need. So I need to get some seared bricks. Seared bricks come from grout, and grout comes from sand, cobblestone, or sand, gravel, and clay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some sand, some gravel, and some clay. So sand, let's just do a whole stack of that, I guess, and gravel. Whoops, what in the world? What in the world is going on here? I'll tell you what, let's just do this. So sand, no, smeltery. Geez, beasties. We need that, and we need that, and we need that, and we need that. Yes, okay, so there we go. So let's go ahead and can we do a stack? Sure we can. That ought to be simple enough. Let's put that in here. Groovy, and then we should be able to come back over here and get our seared bricks. Yeah, they're coming in nicely. We're going to make a controller. Is that the controller? Yep, that's the controller. Good. Okay, so now we should be able to put this in here. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Because that one there, yeah, you can't have more than one. Darn it. If I take this out and put in a regular smeltery block, I bet this works now. Yes, it does. That's discouraging. Well, all right, fine. If that's the way it's going to be, then we'll just do this like this, and we'll put it back up in the in the front and be able to access it any way we want. I think we are. You know what? I think we are going to leave the lava tank back here in the back though, because that would make more sense. No sense having the lava tank here, especially since we're going, or in the front, since we're going to have to auto feed it anyway. So let's just get a block right here. We'll put the lava tank there. We'll get rid of this. That's okay. That's okay that we made a new controller anyway, because we're going to need them for the other 2 smelteries that we're going to make. So we need a block there. We need a block there, and then we'll come out here to the front. Come out here to the front. And we'll put the controller right here. There we go. So now that one's ready. And I think that for the regular, I think this is as deep of a smeltery as we're going to need, because it's going to import, it's going to auto import all of like this. We'll say this one's going to be for Ardite. So it's going to auto import the Ardite here, and it's just going to it's just going to continuously process Ardite and completely pour out all of the Ardite ingots. And then it's going to get siphoned back off into the system. So I think we're in good shape here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear out enough room for 2 more. So we're going to have 3 smelteries in a row, and then when we come back, we'll work on getting these things fed with the different items that they need, as well as figuring out how we're going to handle keeping it full of lava. So hang tight. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so now we're just running some cable here to get our refined storage system over to where it needs to be. Do I want to be there? I don't want to be there. I want to be lower than that. Yeah, I want to be lower than that because I don't want to waste a lot. I don't want to have to do a lot of fancy covering for this, so I want to get it as low as possible so that all I've got is one cables coming up and that I have to seal around, if that makes any sense. So like one here, no, actually not one there. That won't be what we want. Actually it is. Ooh, yep, because we got to go one more here, or actually 2 more, I suppose. So let's go ahead and get some stone there and some stone there. Close that all in, and then we need some cable here, like so, because this is going to come up a little bit, and then there's going to be an exporter here, which, do I have any exporters, or do I have to make some? I think I might have to make some. Exporter, yeah, gotta craft some. I need, what, 3? So 1, 2, 3. Start, please. And hopefully we can do that. I don't know if we can or not. Well, let's go over here and check our crafting monitor and see what it says. Well, is it done? Might be done. Exporter. Oh, they're there. Awesome. Okay, so that we got those 3 there. Ooh, actually, before I do that, I probably want to. I probably want to make it so that. I don't want to make it. I need. I know I'm not making any sense right now, so hang tight for a second. What I need to do. Oh. Okay, yeah, those are going to be importers. So I need to get an exporter here. I need to get an exporter here. Need to get an exporter there. Now, I need a cable here. Should have plenty of cables, right? Yep, there we go. So now I can, if I go into my storage system, I should be able to get some Ardite, O-R-E. So let's get an Ardite ore and a Cobalt ore. And actually, you know what? I don't know that I needed to do this 3rd one like this. This third one might be, this third one I might need to do differently. I'm not sure yet. And actually, that's probably true. So anyway, in this one here, let's go ahead and make this one say Cobalt. And then, in this one over here, let's make this one do Ardite. Oh, hey, come back here. Thank you. And so now, if I go back here and put this in... Aww! No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Make this go away. That's not what I wanted at all. Get rid of that. Oh, I can't get in it. I can't get in it because I broke it. There's probably no way to match NBT on here either, is there? This one's not going to cook at all because... Oh yeah, break this. It's going to make Manulin no matter what, and I don't want it to make Manulin. Let's go ahead and break this. The only other thing that I can think to do... The only other thing that I could think to do is actually to put a storage chest down here and have the exporter export Cobalt and Ardite into the chest, and then we could do item conduits, which might actually be easier. It might actually be easier, because then we could do an importer and an exporter. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. I'm going to go and set up a space, maybe in the back, where I can set up a chest and everything else, and I'll come right back to you because I think I've got an idea to make this work. So hang tight. Okay, so here's what I did. Whoops, fell down. That's what I did. So here's what I did. I've got an exporter right here. I put a chest back here. I got an exporter. It's set to put Cobalt and Ardite into the chest, and it is doing so quite nicely right now. And then over here, I've got an importer that will take the Cobalt ingots. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to do that, do I? I don't even need to hit. I don't need to have this here. Because what I can do is I can set the importers up out there underneath the casting tables and have it suck it out automatically. So yeah, let's go ahead and take that out of there because I don't think we're going to need that like that. I don't think that's going to be necessary at all. If we just come right over here then and come down here and set it up so that this importer, yep, have it set up so that this importer... Oh, that's not what I wanted either. Darn it. Ugh. Struggle is real. The struggle is real. There we go. Now we should be able to do this. So importer right there. Perfect. And it's going to import, well, it'll import whatever comes off of that table. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. We need some blocks here. So cover that back up, cover that back up, cover that back up, and then I can bring this string all along here and bring it into the bottom of the casting tables that I don't have yet. Bring it into the bottom of the casting tables for all three of these, actually just for the first two for now, because like I said, I'm not sure I need this one now. I'm not sure I need this one to be automated now, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple more. I need to make one more casting base or casting table. So seared brick, and a casting table should just be this, right? Yep. Okay, so there's that. And you know what? This B needs to go in there. So we put this in here like so. Oh, we need a block to put this off of. So let's just do that and then do that. Perfect. Get rid of this. Come back down here. Let's get ourselves some cables coming across here like so. We'll need one more importer. There, and then we need an importer, which I should have some of. Importer. Yep. There's one of those. and put this. Oh, you know what? If we don't do this again, we're going to put it in the wrong space again. So like that, and that'll be perfect. Sweet. Nope, not that one. We want those. There we go. Okay, so I think that's going to do that. I need to come up with a way to do the lava in the back. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a ritual for blood magic, and we'll just put that back there in the back too, so that we can constantly have a lava source back there, and then we'll just have to go back there with buckets until we can figure out how to automate the process. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so it's been actually quite a bit of time since last we saw each other. I've been doing a lot of work. I also had to leave. I had to leave the house there for a while and go and pick up the oldest boy, because he went camping with the Boy Scouts, and I had to go and like shuttle a bunch of them home, so I had to go out and do a bunch of that real life stuff in the middle of recording an episode. But this is kind of what we've got. I know it doesn't look like a lot has happened, but all of my filters are set. So this one here is going to take in Ardite. This one here is going to take in Cobalt, and then back here, whoops. Okay, we're gonna fall. There we go. So back here, this is where we're gonna put the ritual for our lava. And so we're just gonna go ahead and do this. You know, boom, 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 and there it is. Then we got to get in here. We got to hit it with our activation sigil, right? Or activation crystal, I think is what it's called. That should be in here. So let's go ahead and get in here and yeah, activation crystal. Boom. So if we do that, and then we do boom, there we go. So now we got lava. Sweet. Get back in here, get ourselves a bucket. We should be able to. Yep. Sweet. So now for right now, we can just go ahead and fill this in manually. I think next episode we're going to work on a way to get this thing automated in such a way that we don't have to worry about coming back here and filling this in all the time. Although I don't see us using too much of this. 3100. Yeah, we won't be able to get another one in there. And I guess since I'm at it, I guess I'll put some in here. Yeah, I guess since I'm at it, we'll put some in here. But then we'll turn it on and we'll make sure that it's going to do its thing, and that'll be about it for today, I think. Yeah, so there's 3,000 buckets or millibuckets, and here is 4,000. So that one's full, that one's mostly full, and that one's mostly full. Coming up here, you can see there's nothing in any of these. So now we'll come right down here, and we'll go over here, and we'll go just like a so, boom, and say always active. Aha! Sweet. So now this one's doing Ardite, this one's doing Cobalt. I do think we're going to have to do another little something here, and that is we're going to probably have to add some blocks. Unless, can I just do, let's see, if I do a lever, can I just do a lever? Lever. I have two levers, and that's actually kind of perfect. So if we put a lever right here, say, on this side, and then a lever on this side. Oh, I can't put a lever on that side. I kind of wanted that to be a gap of 3, didn't I? But I might. Crap. Whoops, didn't think that all the way through, did I? If I do that, will it do its thing? I don't know. You know what? I know what we're going to do. Let's get rid of this. Oh no. Oh crap. There we go. Ooh, okay. And let's go ahead and get some more seared bricks. Just get some more seared bricks. So seared bricks. We'll have this will actually work out okay. We'll just do this. We'll put a block up here. Boom. We'll put the lever on there. We'll do the same thing up here. And we'll get this right here. Maybe someday. There we go. And we'll put it right there. And then we'll just turn those on. And there they go. They're pouring. Pouring. And it should suck it right out. Sweet. So that's going to be that's going to work out just fine. So I think that's going to do it for today, folks. We have sadly run out of time. I'm actually way over on time today as far as my actual recording time goes. So I do have to cut it out right here. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. The likes and subscriptions help out oh so immensely when it comes to those YouTube search results. The other thing that helps out a lot is comments, so make sure that you leave your comments right down here in the comment section. Yes, I'm smacking you with a pair of pants. Make sure you leave your comments down here in the comment section, and we will talk about all of the stuff that that's been going on in our world. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick, is I am opening a Spreadshirt store. Because of my partnership with broadband television, I actually get a pretty good return rate on Spreadshirt. So I have actually come up with a few things that I want to put on that store, and it's nothing that costs me anything. It's just it's stuff that you guys can buy. It's going to have the RB logo on it and all that, and it's going to all include the hashtag. Right now, it's going to include a hashtag Gamers Unite. And so if you want to take part in my Gamers Unite movement, where all gamers kind of stick together and do cool things with one another, then go ahead and head on over to my Spreadshirt store. I will make sure to have that link down in the description right down here, and you guys can go and check out some of the stuff. Right now there's just a couple of things there, but there is definitely more to come. So thank you anyway. Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, folks, we'll catch you on the flip side. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.